Hi guys, I'm just coming on to do a really quick video because last night the three boys had a fight. So it's happened again. Woody is in here, he's been separated, and he isn't the one that's injured, so he's just feeling a bit sorry for himself because they go through kind of a bit of a shock. So I'm just watching them to make sure they're okay. He's fine. He had blood all over like the front of him, but he was the one that was chasing Pip. So he's hiding in there on his own. This is just my spare cage, which I have for when they're ill or for when something happens. And you can see a bit of blood on his paw. I've checked him and he seems fine apart from that. And then Pip, who's here. I'll just see if I can show you. I'm really sorry, my video cut off, so it's actually later on in the day. And I did get him out and show you, but then it cut off obviously, so that footage got lost. Or the end of it anyway. So they're now cuddling, so I kind of don't want to disturb them. And it's a bit dark, so I don't know if I can show it as well. But on this side of his nose is quite swollen. I noticed, so all I've done is I've put some honey on it, which Jack licked off anyway. And hopefully that should help the healing process a little bit. And he's also lost a patch of hair on this cheek. I'm so sorry about that noise, it's just my dryer, and it has dryer balls in, so it's really, really loud. Oh, it's just stopped. But I think he's going to have swelling for a few days. You can kind of see his nose doesn't kind of look normal, and that's like a bit of blood that just there, if you can see. Like dried up blood from last night. So sorry, that dryer is really, really annoying me. So there, Jack is looking after him really, really well. He's been licking the wound. Obviously he licked it a lot more when the honey was on it. Sorry, the tanks are an absolute mess. There's so much cardboard. So he's kind of feeling sorry for himself too. As you can see, he's just lying there. So I'm keeping a close eye on them both, because they're not quite as active as they'd normally be. I think they're going to get to sleep anyway. So I'm going to see if I can show you the swelling maybe tomorrow morning. And everyone else is doing fine. Yeah, he's going back to sleep. And over here, I think Woody is asleep in there somewhere. Oh. It sounds really stupid, but I keep coming to check if they're still breathing because I'm just really worried that they won't make it because of the shock. So at the moment my plan is to keep Woody in here and keep the two boys together, because the two boys have always got on like no problem, and they're from the same litter, so it's more likely, they're exactly the same age, it's more likely they'll continue to get on. I didn't really want to risk leaving Woody and Jack in, because then he might have started picking on him instead. So I think I'm actually going to rehome Woody, which is really, really unfortunate and really sad, but having 8 other gerbils, I don't really have the room for an extra one, and it's, you know, he's not going to get as much attention on his own, he's going to be lonely, so we need someone that will give him lots and lots of attention, hold him all the time. And I don't really think it's a good idea for me to pair him up again, or to try to anyway, just because he's about 18 months old now. He's not that much older than his babies. He had the litter when he was about 12, just over 12 weeks old. I think he's poking out. So he's not that much older than them, but you know, it's almost 2 years old for a gerbil. That is getting on a little bit, so I just don't really see the point. It would have to be quite a young male, and chances are that that would die before him, so he'd end up on his own again anyway. And he's also quite antisocial for compared to all the rest of the gerbils, and he just hides under this quite a lot. Like in this tank, he used to hide under that all the time. I gave him treats and he'd just run under there. So I actually think that he should be alright on his own. Like, I don't really, it's not ideal, but at least that they were in a trio, so these two can still stay together. So it's really upsetting, and obviously it's upsetting it happening again, but you just can't trust anything more than a pair of gerbils. I've learned that now, male or female. And then even with pairs, you can occasionally get problems like fights and things. So I think he was maybe trying to challenge Woody. But yeah, I really am going to keep an eye on him because he looks really, really, I don't know, looks really sleepy. And you can see how well like Shaka's looking after him and protecting him. It's so sweet. So sweet to watch. That was little